Hey, turn off that racket. Whew. Okay, that's cool. I do like that 8-bit music. Okay, I'm a bit bored. It's a long, boring night, so it's time to play some Modern games. And I think I'm going to load up Steam because there's just so many games in my library that I haven't played right now, and I'm going to have a go at something. Just going to organise my windows. Hey Andy, how's it going? How's the holiday season doing for you? Are you back at work today? I know a lot of people were. Very quiet in the office indeed. Oh my word, it's like my Steam library is bulging. It's a bulging brouhaha of games I've not played. I really don't know where to start. Work was poop. Well, I don't know. Are you working tomorrow? I don't know. Do people? I guess people work tomorrow, don't they? And then they have the New Year's Day off. I think that's generally the idea. Fortified. What the hell is Fortified? Well, I might as well have I don't know if I want to install it. Sometimes installing these canes, the streaming. So you have the opposite problem, Andy. You don't have enough games in your Steam library. I find that hard to believe. Crikey. I mean, it's not that these are great games. There are some great games here, but a lot of it is just trash, really. Although, I think things like this, Knights of the Old Republic, that was a good game. Well, Andy, it depends. How far do you go back on retro? I mean, do you consider Command and Conquer retro? I mean, that was pretty old now. Oh, you've got a new build. Why don't you get Elite Dangerous? That's always a good one for challenging hardware. Just trying to think. This one was good, wasn't it? Gene Shift. That was an interesting game. Iron Bread. Then there's some really cack things. I mean, it's really weird. Once something's a Steam library, I tend not to want to remove it. But I think this Moon Colonization project was terrible. Oh, you haven't put the PC together. I remember when I was on Twitter first time, there are a lot of people like dressed up as characters from The Witcher. That was their whole thing, this cosplay. And I noticed now on Netflix there's a Witcher series, so I might start checking that out. So you only just finished the current build back in June, and you've got all these bits for your new one. I tell you what I could do with a new build. I think I've got 2 PCs of identical spec, and they're both several years old now, so it's probably not up to this streaming malarkey. Hey Craig, how's it going? Craig, you can see I've got the sweats have gone. I'm still in the old, onesie here. This is not like some sort of weird cosplay thing, by the way. This is just it was bought for me. People like to buy me onesies for a joke because I'm cold in the winter, but I like them. Actually, I just wear them. I'm going to use them. If you bought it, it's fine. The other one I do quite like is the Captain America one. It has the the A on the hood. But yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, if I just wear this, I'll probably get a certain type of audience. And fine, more the merrier, isn't it? Really. So, what do you think? How about a bit of to pass the time? I really want to get into games like BioShock again, but I've got them on the Xbox. I want to try them on the Xbox. So I've already done them on the PC, and you need a really, really good PC, I think, if you want to run those maxed out on all the res. Whereas on the Xbox, they just seem to work well, don't they? So, Andy, you think a onesie is a bizarre choice? Remnant of... do onesies still exist then in the shops? Are you saying that I'm wearing something that no longer exists? But it's a bit like Christmas jumpers, isn't it? Because people buy you Christmas jumpers, and I've got a massive pile of jumpers, and I'll just like try to wear them as long as possible. So I'll try to start wearing them in November, and maybe just take them through to February. And if it's cold in March, I'll pop them on again. So I mean, the onesie. I mean, how long as an adult you don't wear clothes out like you do as a kid, do you? My kids will go through shoes and stuff mega quick. Whereas I can have a pair of shoes that last like they're older than my kids at this point. One day they won't, and no regrets will be had. Come on, onesies. I don't know. I think that didn't they more or less wear onesies when they were like prospecting times? Do you remember like back in the day? Got to update my stream settings, by the way. Apparently, it's not happy with something. Didn't like when I saw like prospectors and cowboys, they all had onesies effectively, didn't they? Right, I'm just going to see if this game works as is. Well, I don't know, can we do it full screen? Oh yeah. But I mean, I can probably do this a little bit neater. So who's what someone's WhatsApping me now as well. Who's that? Ah, okay. Just the kids. Right, I think I can embiggen this in a really cool way that takes up just the right amount of screen. That's okay. Long johns. Okay, yeah, but okay. So maybe I don't know if onesies, they come in different styles, don't they? They're not all. They're definitely not all zebra print. What do you think would be the most harrowing thing to think? I think seeing a fully grown lady, you know, in their late 60s in a leopard print onesie, tight leopard print onesie. It reminds me of Bo Selector's Scary Spice at that point. Why am I playing this game? Why am I playing this game? I don't know if you recall last time we did this, we finished it and it was crazy. Oh, so Craig, now what if your onesie looks like your wife? Would you have your wife's face on it, or would it literally have her body on it? If you know what I mean. So like the arms will be her arms, the legs will be her legs, the pants will be her pants, etc. Oh, this game is so good. I don't know if you've tried this on the handhelds like the DS, Nintendo DS's and stuff, but it's bonkers sauce. Yes. Oh, so if you zip it up, you want it to be your wife. So you want like those pillows they have in Japan, but yourself. So you zip it up and you put down the mask, right? And the mask is your wife's face, like that. With eye holes cut out, and then you go to the mirror and go, "Ooh, I love you, Craig." I think that's how it works. I missed a message from Mango Crumble. Message retracted. Was it something rude? Was it something disparaging to my onesie, saying this is not on? That's exactly what you're after. I think we should make that happen. I'm going to speak to a seamstress or something and see if they can do that for you. What would we call it? Because you've got onesies. What do they call those pillows in Japan? We'll need to kind of try to confabulate the game. So this game, Mango Crumble, is V, just all the V's. I think there's 5 V's when I did count it, but it's absolutely amazing, and you need to play it on. If it's good on PC like this, but it's so much better on a portable device because it feels a bit more legit, and it's brutal. It's proper brutal. So you see the little things that marked C, they're checkpoints. And I'm playing it on an Xbox controller. I can't decide if I like using the joystick or the D-pad. Again, the D-pad on the Xbox controller is not good, so probably that's why it's good on a portable, because they do have those exceptional pads. Boom. Daimakura waifu pillow. A Daimakura. Actually, you can just die there. There's no need to work your way back actually from that checkpoint. To be honest, I think I can't remember what you have to do. You just find things in this game, and I think once you found them all, you win. It doesn't really matter how you went about finding them, if you get me. But no! Check out this. This is cool. Ah, shit, I forgot what we have to do. Memory really helps. There's some levels later, and you'll see that are totally crazy, and I play it so much that I just get in the zone, and it's just like automatic. Yeah, this is an Xbox 360 controller, but a wired one. I find it pretty reliable on the PC, and you don't have to change any batteries, so it's pretty sweet. But say the D-pad, I'm gonna try using the D now instead of the toggle. Yeah. Bollocks. You're getting the idea though, right? In this game, I think I played it once with keys. Actually, I think it was actually pretty damn good with keys. Hang on, let's try it with keys. Keys might be the actual answer here. Right, so it's just the cursor keys, like you're playing on your BBC Micro. Come on, it's all in the timing. Get the fingers working, boy. So, no way. So you can modify the D-pad on a 360 controller. Go on, let me know. Do you just wang some paper underneath it? Is that basically what you're going to tell me? It sounds to me that that's what we're going to end up doing. Ooh, a ghosty. That looks like a Dizzy, doesn't it? That's definitely a rip-off of a Dizzy character. Why did they obscure it, though? Who's suing who over Dizzy characters? Yes, here we go. So there are no good guides online. That would be amazing, Andy. I could be the first to do it. Hey, Julian, how's it going? How's the old batteries? He's still tinkering with the old batteries. You love. Email me later on Neil's Discord, and I will tell you the secrets. Oh, well, I'm always intrigued to know, to be the gatekeeper of a secret. That's what you were asking me. Julian, here's a project I was working that. Ooh, technical. So tell me what I'm doing here. Arduino and a little in-series resistor to a photodiode. It's not a very complicated circuit. Oh, really? Oh, Andy, I'll be definitely up for that. I can ping you on the Discord right now. How do I do that? Actually, let's not do that. That seems to be combining too many technologies that are likely to go bad. Right, so the story here, I'm just advancing through it, is basically saying that you've got to find all of your shipmates who have been dispersed across this planet, and you're trying to get hold of them. So Julian, it's almost that, actually. That is actually pretty close. No, what I was doing, I was making a rudimentary light pen. You know how light pens don't work on CRT, they do only work on CRT monitors because of the raster scanning. I thought, let's make a really rudimentary light pen by actually shining pixels on the screen. Yeah, so basically you're scanning or running pixels through the screen. When you pick up obviously the pixel that you're flashing on there, then you're marking that as set. So you're colouring the pixel on the screen like red or something, and there's going to be like a little filter on here, so it wouldn't disturb the photodiode because you'd have that filter in place. And then the idea was to use software to optimize that pattern. So rather than just rastering it across, you could do like a neural network where you're just you're randomly selecting the, flashing the screen, so it's like white noise. Then when you pick it up, you're targeting where that pixel is, and assuming the user's moving the pen around, you're applying a kind of a search pattern. You're using all sorts of binary tree or whatever you want to try to search around that region to optimize basically tracking that. But I give up. It was easier to play computer games. I think it's spelt differently, Andy. I think it's R-A-S-T-E. Raster. Now, this is the game actually starting here. So you can't flip when you're in mid-air, by the way. You can only flip when you kick off a surface. So imagine you're in a 0G planet. But the music here is so superb. I don't know if you can hear it in the stream, but it's really amazing. Bugger. A lot of that, by the way. So good. The music, I want it on the CD for the car. Actually, I think it's available. It's got to be. I'm going to make sure you can hear the damn music. What specs PC do I have? I have an octa-core FX 9500 with 16 or 32 gigs of RAM. I think I've got 16 terabytes of spinning metal. I've got, I think, a gigabyte. No, not a gigabyte. That doesn't sound like enough. Half a gigabyte of SSD. So that's my rig, and I've got 2 of those. One's a backup, just in case. But to be honest, the backup sat there unused for like 3 years, so I've put it in the house so the kids can use it. Woo! Can't talk now. Busy. No, you bast! Okay, let's do this. Focus. Gotta focus. Gotta focus. This is real life now. See, if you scroll ahead too fast, though, that's another gotcha, right? You can scroll ahead too fast. You just got to keep it just so. Oh, come on now. Okay, you can't. Don't try to slew that. The best way, really, is just like this. Just do the... No! Okay. Right, hang on. Give me a sec. Okay, I started really late there. No. Come on! Do it. So, has nobody in the stream played this? There's a lot of leap of faiths here. It does actually say in the background, if you look closely, it does actually show you a little arrow. I prefer this to those Super Meat Boy. That's a horrible game. That's just pain. Pixelized pain. I think I need to just make a dedicated controller for this game. It's just got 3 buttons, but really good buttons. Woohoo! No, that's fine. It's what we wanted, really. Gives us a little break. What? Is he doing it? Oh, you almost. Come on. He's going for the speed run. World record. Okay. I'll be able to talk to you in a sec, guys, in the stream. I do apologise. Craig, you can shout loudly at my screen for me. Or come in the Discord, just shout in my ears. And go, ah! Come on, you bastard. Go! Boom! That's it. No. Come on, come on. Go. That's how we do it. Okay, let's have a little break. Let's have a rest. Let's have a rest. My gosh. Now, has anybody started watching the Lost in Space Season 2? I have been trying to watch it. But I have to admit, the Doctor, I can't remember the name of the Doctor in it. It drives me nuts. And the Doctor is way more annoying than the original Doctor in the original Lost in Space. It's great to be back. Blah, 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 blah. Go find more people, Captain. Right. So in this room you've got like force fieldy things that bounce you. So you gotta... You get the idea. Look at this game. 3 keys. It's amazing. Such dynamics. What the heck is going on here? Look at this. There we go. Oh, I do love Rick and Morty. Oh, I'll tell you what, I think I haven't caught some of the episodes. It's about time for me to catch those. What? Short jumps. Tell you what, I'm going to put the music up and my mic down. Let's just chill as far as you can. Hey Becky, how you doing? Oh, I do like the slut dragons, Craig. What do they call it? A soul orgy. everybody's watching the videos about Divna, Becky. I don't know why. Is it some sort of season or something? Holding right, yeah. You just keep holding right on the first bit. It's just about right to get through there. Stop. Hammer time. Shh. I assure you, by the way, anybody watching, that this is not, despite how easy I'm making it look. Becky, I turned the voice down because the music's so good. I thought we'll just chill for a bit. So, come on. Wait. Take a leap of faith. Nice. There is a lot of Fred Divna talk in the Discord rooms all the time. I think Neil is promoting it or something. Oh, when do you go? There's no right answer. Yes, there is. The right answer is the one where you don't die. Mr. Illett was here briefly. I don't know if he's still here. Probably just popped in to say hello. Try something, because you know this game's a bit tricky. Sometimes you just hold it, the timing works out. Oh no! Whoop. Ah, phew. happen fast in this game. Try that. No, definitely start from that side. That's not supposed to happen. It's no different than Jet Set Willy though, is it? We did it. What? Okay, Becky. There you go. Audio is restored. So, Becky, what game would you play instead? I've got loads. It's really funny, though. I find that my go-to games are just stuff like Super Mario Brothers or just basic things. So this is a follow me game now. Follow me level. What are potato farls? Tell me what's a potato farl. Oh my word, look what you gotta do here. Woohoo! So you can kind of control the character. They don't move. They won't move, you see, unless you're on one of the orientations. Oh, yeah, okay. You have to sort of do them in... This is the best way of doing it, I think. There we go. So tell me, RPG called Tower of Time. I don't know if I want to just get any more games though. I just keep buying them and never play any of them. I'm starting to get a Switch library that I haven't played now, which is pretty bad going, isn't it? How do you make them come on there? Lucky he didn't walk off into those spikes. Okay. Super fast run. Yeah, it's as you say, you just keep playing the same games. It's like, you know what you could do? You could make a compilation and that would just have the few games that you play occasionally. So it'd be the first... Bollocks. It would be the first level of Super Mario 3. It would be... Do you know what I mean? It would be things like that. One level of F-Zero, the one with the wind or whatever. Well, you know, it'd be just a few favourites. Whoa! Good. Oh, how the hell are you supposed to do that? No. Okay. Not sure how this mechanic works. Oh, you sent me the guides, Andy. Let's have a look. Oh, oh, there's a lot in there. I'll definitely go through that. But maybe, what if I can swap out some of the bits and make it even better somehow? Look at this guy. How do we get him? Ah, that's how you do it. Woohoo! It'll revolutionize it. But do you have to get... Can you get another D-pad for it that's a different shape? Because I kind of feel sometimes it's the shape. This is where it gets tricky, doesn't it? Whew. All right, I'll tell you what then, Andy. That game's doing my head in, and I think we had enough of that. So let's have a look on. Let's watch a bit of YouTube, shall we? I'll just pull it up, and I'm going to be very cautious on how we do this.
Stay in the game longer.
Oh, no. No. I'm not advertising you. Skip. Right. So this is the Xbox controller, clearly. And as you said, you did say it was filmed by like some kid doing something with it, like. Oh, remember, like YouTube had a way where you could actually just make it a bit bigger. Is that it? Cinema mode? Oh, there you go. Cinema, cinnamon, cinnabar. Right. So let's have a look. See what he's doing. He's taken the controller like this one, same kind of thing. Custado, woohoo! How the heck are you doing, Custado? What was that you were emulating? You were emulating your BBC, the BBC Micro on your Mister. Is that what you were doing? Yeah, okay, so he's whinging about something or another. So he's taking his Xbox 360 controller. So between the plastic and the membrane, he's put a disc of paper or card. And he's also put one underneath. I wonder why. Is that to stop it doing that weird... You know what? I'm looking at it. I'll tell you why it's weird. So I've got this piece of paper. I'm going to draw it on a piece of paper. The D-pad feels weird. And I'm just going to draw it why it feels weird. Because it moves. It's like a T. And when you're moving it, it's like this, right? And you see the hat is so massive, that big disc, and it's moving always perpendicular to that center point. That's what's weird about it. It doesn't depress, it rocks. Hey, how's it going? Retro Box Room is in the house. Oh, is it to stop it catching? There's a lot of weirdness. That's the problem, because if you look at a D-pad on a Nintendo or something, it's like an X that's recessed, isn't it? And you're literally pressing the directions up, down, left, right. But this has got a whole rocking thing going on it. It's almost like a little mini joystick, isn't it? But let's see. Let's continue. So he's putting his bit in the bottom. And that's the disc, is it? Still talking about the disc. The discs of Tron. Well, that's it, really. So, Xbox 360 D D-pad upgrade. Is there? Look at that, £2.62. What does that do? You've got a head cold because your Christmas is on the 1st. What's the Christmas on the 1st? Is that some new? I'm not sure. Is that some religious thing? Well, you know, you don't have to comment on it. I've got. Hang about. Now, I bought an Xbox 360 that had a kind of pimped out controller, and it had one of those. I wonder if it's one of the ones on the shelf. Oh, sod's law. Let me have a quick check. 1 second. Rummaging. Okay. We have here a controller I've dismantled, but I've never put back together because I was just going to bin it because I just lost interest in it. I'll show you what this one looks like. It's got bullet buttons. It's clearly a superior controller because they've put bullet buttons on it, which I've not transferred. Although I do like those little rubber grip things. I added those little silicone grips because my kids kept ruining them. So I'm going to open this one up and see what its D-pad looks like. Oh! Right, so I can't just pull out the D-pad because it's actually screwed in. It's like a whole thing. But I'm going to compare it to what I'm seeing on the screen. Yeah, and it does look quite different to that. And I think the reason that this one probably works is that it's got these cuts here, so you actually do have a very D-feeling thing. And I don't know if they've changed the rotation, like the fulcrum. Okay, well, that's something to try. Andy, are you telling me? Are you seriously telling me that a piece of paper is something I'm going to be satisfied with? I mean, I'm going to do it if you're telling it to me, and it appears that you are. I just can't believe that if it's so good, why don't they just sell you that piece of paper or fit that piece of paper in the factory? I am kind of curious though to see what else you can get. I ended up with, I think I've got 4 Xbox 360s right now, so I can afford. I'll do it, Andy. I'll do it honestly. But I've got 4 Xbox 360s, and I think one of them I can afford to mod something. I mean, like case mod. I mean, totally. You know, go crazy with it. Look at this, see? An LED bar. Because, of course, the batteries, the AA cells, my kids go through AA cells like nobody's business in Xbox 360 controllers. You want something extra in it to start consuming power. What is this one? This one gives you LED thumbsticks and guide button. Wow, look at that. It's weird though, it actually comes with a different membrane, which is probably going to be really rubbish compared to the original membrane. But look at that circuit. That is tapping into so many places. I bet you can change the colour by holding down different combinations of keys on that one. Costado, I don't know. When I've tried rechargeables in the past, they just don't seem to hold as much charge in any one sitting. But you're right, it's cheap enough to buy maybe a spare controller and just keep swapping them. What's this? A mod RF board? What does that do? What? Oh, so it's got the RF antenna and the LEDs and buttons for the front. Wow, look at those colours. That's pimp. Super pimp. Oh, just buy rechargeables as in normal rechargeables. Have you seen those Anyloop batteries? Are they better? Oh yeah, Costado's just about to talk about them. What's the difference with the Anyloop? Are they a different chemistry? I do see them from time to time. I definitely. Oh right, I think this is that kit. Look, someone must have done this kit. Look, it's got the bullets in it. It's got the silver buttons. The everything. All the bullets. I'm not seeing any case mods though, apart from the LED ones. Let's see if you can. I want like a clear case. Oh, what did you do, Google? I put... Don't change what I type. Right. Oh, rechargeables are 1.2 volts, so they're just a bit lower on the old power. Look at this guy on the left here. His mug has been on eBay's stuff for so long, hasn't it? Literally, he's been over 10 years on eBay. I wonder what he looks like now. He's probably all grey and old. Right, so I'm not seeing any case. So I think I'm gonna have more fun just looking up any loot batteries at this point. How much food do you have left over from Christmas? Well, you can see that I'm currently holding quite a lot of that food among my flesh, unfortunately, but there is still additional food. I actually ate a whole tube of cheesy footballs. I opened and ate a whole tube of cheesy footballs, and I started having like sweats from that. I was having like palpitations, and I tell you what, I've decided, yeah, Lee, I have definitely been a pig. And I've decided come Saturday, it's all going in the bin. It really is. I'm going to go running. Lee, you'll be seeing me running. I'm going to be running up and down that hill. Yeah, £3. I can imagine that. I've got actual proof that I have put on 6 kilos. 6 kilos since the beginning of November. So that's how bad it is, because we start our Christmas, don't we? Christmas starts in November, really. But I was freaking out about it. I'm not happy about it, but looking at historical measurements, it's typical for me. And then I start training again, and you start losing it. So, you know, you have to just not freak out. I'm going to knock on your door, Lee. I think I can remember the one. Red door, if I'm not mistaken. And Lee, I'm going to be looking at that house on the top of the hill. Someone says, Andrew, why didn't you have a look at that house? Maybe you want to move over there and get that big house. And I said, you know what? I don't really like the look of that house because it's at the top of the hill. And it's not only just a house that's at the top of the hill. It's actually built on its own bank of blockwork, as in stone that has been cleft from like the Yorkshire Dales and dragged down to Oxford and piled up on the top of a hill. And then they've built a house on the top of the hill. So there's two reasons I don't like that. One, you've got one of those, what they call those roads which go zig and zag, like a switchback, whatever. The road where you got to go round and back again, which obviously looks mental. When it snows here, it does snow, and you're going to be stuck up or down. You're not getting up or down there. And Andy raised a fair point. They don't get flooded, but I kind of feel where we live, in general, this area is kind of at the top of a hill. In fact, I'm more at the top of a hill than where Lee is. So it's separated by like a mile or 2 or 3. And the other thing is, so you've got that house to get up. You've got to drive up the hill, and then you've got to go extra up the hill because it's built on this like barrage of concrete or blockwork, stonework. But the thing that I'm curious about that house, and I will look at it every time I pass it. Every time I run past that, you might see me running past it. There's a weird little door in the bottom at road level, which I think would be a cellar. I think, yeah, we can all live up a hill. We're all up a hill. There's a weird little door in the road, which I don't know if it's a cellar or if it's some sort of weird thing. But I'm always curious what's behind that door. It looks like a door that if you were there at night and you weren't guarded, it would open. It would go like, and a hand would come out and grab you. And Lee's saying that, does that really lead to a church? Does it lead to the church? That would break my brain to know that led to the church. And would I have domain over that door? That becomes my door, and now I control access to the church. Don't that puts me in a position of power within the community. Also, Lee, I was looking at that little barn that's for sale. You know the little barn, which is kind of not opposite your house, but opposite your house, if you get me. But it's way smaller in reality than it looks on paper, doesn't it? I thought it was like that big one that you get opposite the pub, yeah, but it's not. It's actually pretty small. So I'm not really that interested in it. It's a lot of money for basically one room. Although I suppose you could rent it out to the village for village events or something. You know, I'm with it. The only reason I do go down there is I run past that village, past the next village, get to the end of the road. I say the end of the road, by the way. From my house to the end of the road is 6 miles. And then I turn around and come back. No way! Lee, that would be amazing. Lee, tell me something. I used to spend some time down there, down your way, in the sports and social club, right? I'm not really that into sports. I'm a bit of a nerd. But I would like to, I would maybe consider liking to ingratiate myself more in the village life of the villages around here, because I've always felt myself an outsider, because I don't think I can find people who share the same interests as me. So I would like to, maybe what I should do is set up my own thing and then have people coming to me where we can all sit there with binoculars looking at Lee in his living room and his... What is it you've got? You've got something. What is it? It's called a... Is it a GDS, a GBS, a game something? A game wizard. You like cider. Dr. A, secret admirer. I like Lee. And fun fact though, Lee, it's not true that we actually worked next to each other and were unaware of it. And that was a bit like Tales. What was it called? Tales of the Unexpected. Yeah. GPD-XD. That's a mighty fine piece of equipment. I don't think you need to sort of do this modification to that. I think it probably just works. Okay, any loops. I can do two things at once. I'm ambidextrous mentally. So tell me, Costado, if you're still here, Eneloop me. Tell me which ones I'm going to start looking at. Yeah, we did. And you know what, Lee? I heard we're thinking about shifting offices. And we're probably going to move to another office in Oxford. But I heard those offices around that way are pretty empty. There's a lot of vacant ones up there. And to be near Lee, that could shift it, couldn't it? To be near Lee. I'm wondering. I'm just playing with these. Yeah. To be near Lee. Could I influence the office moving decision so I can be closer to the GPD XD? Right. Enough of the weird, creepy Lee stuff. I'm not saying that you're creepy, Lee, but this whole Lee obsession. Lee. I got a friend named Lee. I have a friend named Lee. He's put a spell on me. Lee. Okay, enough Lee. Get out of my system. All right, Lee. Okay, Craig. You can't go, Lee. You can't go, Craig, because you haven't told me what any loops to buy, and you're all about the any loops, the any loopers. I do like myself an Eneloop. I have to admit I am an Amazon Prime user, so I probably wouldn't buy it off eBay anyway because I'd be worried about fakes. But look, I'm just seeing they have different colours. Does that mean they're different powers, or you can just they're literally just... This is for the hipster generation, isn't it? Where it's like, oh yeah, I need a blue battery. When did you have Lee in your system? The regular 1900 mAh, so 1900 milliamp hours. Let's see if this listing. So yeah, But why? Why it says typical? Oh, minimum 1900, but you might get 2000 if you're a bit lucky. That's what we're saying here. Right, and can I buy them in a big pack? I'm tending to buy batteries in a honey pack, a honey of them. I'd really need. Let's see if they come in a 50. They do look quite expensive, to be fair, though. Oh no! Look, these are pulled any loops. Hang on. Any loops are rechargeable. Are we? Oh, right. I'm gonna rewind a bit because I didn't know they're rechargeable. I just thought they were regular batteries that have a really good life. I don't need 50 if they're rechargeable. Ladder batteries. Now, Lee, you sound like an IKEA-y fan, so you're going to have an advantage to this question. But I had a funny conversation with Stuart Ashen not a few days ago, and we both recognise that most YouTubers tend to have, or even gamers if you're on Twitter, these cubular storage shelves. First person to name the shelf wins something. I'm not sure what you're going to win, but you win something. Right, let's do just highest price and then work our way down so we can see what's the highest, most affordable, high. Name dropping, casual name dropping. Yeah, you know. It's not really. Yeah, it is. No, it is. It's not a name drop. It's just a person you'd know. That's why I put the name. If I just said, yeah, it was Barry from the pub. Barry. Could be any Barry. It's kind of a generic name, really. Not the Billy bookcase. No, it's the square shelves. It's definitely the square shelves. A Kallax. Lee, you got it. It was Kallax. You got it. I think that was it. Lee never lets me down. Yeah, Kallax. Kallax shelves. That's it. Right. Well, it's good you won because that makes P&P really quite easy for me. How about you win a Nintendo Switch Joy-Con repair kit, and this allows you to remove the plastic Joy-Conners and replace them with metal Joy-Conners. How about that? Is that something that you'd actually want? Because I think you would, and that comes with all of the screwdrivers need to operate on a Nintendo Switch. And I'm going to leave that right there so I don't lose it. Good. Craig, I'll see you later, mate. You'll come back. You had some back in there. You had some Kallaxes. What did you replace your Kallaxes? I'm also going to check this because I'm just checking it's all in there because, to be honest, it looks like a brand new thing. And I'm like, would I have done something? I think I must have repaired one of my Joy-Cons because there's 2 metal ones in there and 2 plastic. So these are the old gnarled up ones and then the 2 new metal ones. So I've only got half a repaired Joy-Con system, but you can have them. That's fine by me. Because I think when I made a video on this, I demonstrated how you could actually file the plastic ones back in to get them back into spec to use them again. So you don't really need the metal ones, but they have a very satisfying chunk. Right, Costado. Are these prices looking any way sensible? I mean, what would you... I'm kind of wanting to do about a 20 quid tops with a charger, but will they charge off a regular charger? So you can get 8 for 24 or 8 for 19. Again, the worry is the cheaper you go, the more likely you're going to be getting fakes. I'm going to probably go Amazon anyway, but I'm not seeing anyone saying a charger. That's a charger. It might be just a regular charger, nothing any loop specific. Right, how about that? Any loop. Charger. Win Dr. A's my stuff is quality because here could be a lovely prize for somebody. It is a what would you say? It's an MP3 decoder board with a speaker output, slightly amplified speaker output, which is okay, but also a headphone line out that you can connect to your hi-fi system, powered from USB or just solder some terminals on there. Say SD card, USB, but it will come with this USB pen drive with the audiobooks of Isaac Asimov. I'm gonna allow those comments that YouTube was blocking. It's quality, yeah. Reasonably advanced chargers. So I kind of feel now I'm all about the battery charger. I mean, battery chargers could be something that interests me as much as the batteries themselves, because I'm going to need to want to do a lot of them in one hit. Oh, hang on. Let me just check something. Ha ha ha. Look at this. Hey, hey, looky, looky. Now, I just pulled this out from a pile of rechargeable batteries. So, I have some Duracell rechargeable with the green. I've got some Panasonic Infinium. Panasonic Infinium. I wonder if this was a predecessor. These are... Look, come on, these are 2100 milliamp hours, minimum 2000. I don't know what the chemistry is on these, though. NIMH. So that's an NIMH. Here's a really crusty NIMH, which is going to go in the bin. So I've got loads of these, but I think they're dead now. I think, okay, one of them's clearly spilt its gunk in this battery charger. You can see that's kind of gunked up at this point here, so I'm going to have to sort this. But I do believe this battery charger was a smart one because it had a button where you push it and it will discharge them and do all of that stuff. Oh, there's a lot of rattling going on actually. But I don't know, what's the difference in an Anyloop? Is it an IMH or is it a LiPo? Or is it just a hybrid? A hybrid. So how many is this? 4, 8, 10 batteries you can charge at once. That is definitely the right amount of batteries for kiddies. Kiddie winks. I should have bought that for Christmas. I bought like 100 pack, another 100 pack of Amazon cheapo AAs, but that would be a better investment. A batterizer. Is a batterizer a real thing? Intelligent batteries. So what is the chemistry of an Anyloop now? It's like I'm like this when I buy anything. Always with the research. Anybody else a researcher? Oh, so it's just NIMH. Ooh. So these are the pre-recharged, pre-charged. Now, what are the chances my bloody kids, though, wouldn't just bin them at first opportunity? I kind of feel they would. Do you know what I mean? They'd whip them out and chuck them. They've got special ones for decked. 750 milliamp hours for decked phones. Why is it so specific for decked? They're just changing battery technology, aren't they, and terminology to just blow your mind. That is the risk. They should make them have, say, do not throw out. Okay, well, charge. That's quite an expensive charger, actually. 5 hours. The weird thing about batteries and chargeables, I had some which were like an AA cell where the end pops off and there's a USB on it, and you just plug the USB into your PC and it would charge the battery, the little lithium in there. That was quite cool. So your GPI uses LADA 24 mAh. Where are you going to IKEA, Lee? Are you going to London? Or are you going... Is there one in Reading? There's no IKEA near here. Unless they mail order them. Maybe I can get Amazon or have an Anyloop. Charger and charger. Anyloop set. That's what I want. Give it to me on Prime. Oh, you saw your charger on the page I was just scrolling. Well, maybe this Amazon Basics charger would be enough to burn down your house. 1 hour battery charger. Oh, Wembley. See, I go there too because, of course, I'm from London town. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner. Allegedly. This is fascinating, this Anyloop information here. Look! Boom! Oh no, but this isn't Anyloops. But what about Ibbles? You can get 8 Ibbles. Is it 8 Ibbles? Yes, 8 Ibbles. And an Ibble smart charger. And what's that thing on the end? With a hole on it. With better. It's got better heat dissipation. The power of marketing. Thunderfoot. Yeah, Thunderfoot. Oh my god. He would be... Does he like Anyloops or hate Anyloops? I don't know how you do an impression of Thunderfoot. He's one of my favourite YouTubers. But he's got this way of talking, doesn't he? It's very... And is it Anyloops? Anyloops. No, I can't. I'll have to think about that. I'll have to look into a camera and then look at the video of the camera and then just repeat it over and over. Ebel is definitely in the running. I mean, what's the cheapest battery chart? I do like you can do the sort by low to high. Oh yeah, don't you hate Amazon where it has, you see this sort, average customer review, but I want by the best review, yeah, I want it to sort it by not just 5 stars, but like where it says 5 stars and it's had like 10,000 people review it versus having 5 stars and 1 person's review it. They're not the same, but it treats them the same in the search. Ah, oh, Tandy batteries. Andy Tandy. Andy Tandy battery. Chargy. Right. Why am I looking at this? Why am I just doing this? This is my reason to live now. And you know what happens with this? I'll agonize it for about 2 weeks. And then not buy it. Have some emergency reason and then just buy the very first one I click. Becky, will graphene batteries, is that really the... will that allow us to have solid state lithium batteries? Are we there yet? Are we nearly there yet? I wish Julian was still on here. Mr. Illett knows all about these. He would be telling us, wouldn't he? Bugger. Worst timing ever. Right. I'm going to do 2 windows then. One is an Amazon window and my screen, other screen. And I'm just literally just going to order them. So that's it. 4 in the box. No. I want it to be prime. Sort by average customer review. 23 quid though, come on. I tell you what, this is fascinating me. Look, see here these Duracell 1300, so they're literally half the capacity. Amazing. You really have to be careful. 14 quid for 8. That seems good. 14 quid for 8. Now let's see what's the juice capacity. Or without the case for what? 23.89 without the case. Oh, it's AAA. Crap hole. That's not what we want. Which one's your charger? You said that's my charger, Custado. You just post a link. So I've got to put the batteries in the search. This is just awful. So warning to you now, all patrons. I'm literally just gonna buy all the patron money of batteries. I'm gonna buy every single Anyloop. I'll just be swimming in Anyloops like Scrooge McDuck, taking a long run up on my diving board into a bathtub full of Anyloops. Yeah, I am wanting a brew, Lee. I will have a coffee. Yeah, and now, hi Sam. Welcome. You hit the nail on the head as well, Retro Boxing. Why the hell would I want regulars now that I know that pros exist as well? And Costado was saying to me, you should go for the regular, right? Go for the regular, Andrew. You know why? He doesn't think I can handle the pro. He thinks that 2500 milliamp hours is a bit too much for me. I'm more of a 1900, maybe a 2000, but 25, that's for the big boys. I can do it. I'm confident with the right attitude, I'll be able to handle them. And look, you can get a box. I don't know why you want it, but you can get a box for an extra £1 that they can go in. I'm not sure the box is really a good investment for £1. Nigel, 1100. You wound me, sir. I tell you what, I've been wielding AA cells for probably the best part of, I don't know, 35 plus years. I can't remember exactly when I would have started being battery curious, but it has been at least that long. Can I show you something, by the way? I'm going to do an experiment. Now this hopefully won't crash the stream, but it is risky. Yep, we can do this. I want to show you something. This is going to blow your freaking minds. Right, I'm setting up an experiment. This is science, by the way. Right, I'm going to put in, I'm in my software. I'm going to put in a new video capture device. I'm going to add it as a new one because I don't know. Is it working? It might be working. Yes, it's working. Now, do you see on your screen the richest shade of black? I think you do. Because I think that's the science we're rocking here. And I have to look. Here we go. Here we go. Oh no, did I just pull out a USB wire? I've just kicked a USB wire. Hang on. I can hear the damn thing going did-a-din, diddle-in, din-did-a-din, did-a-din. It might have crashed. Hang on. I'm gonna fix this. Give me a sec. It will not take long, I promise you. It's gonna be worthwhile. Right. You've got to see the Sparko cam thing going on. Yes. Right. So this is a microscope. Look at this. I'm gonna wind it back a bit. So that. Wow. So there's your Duracell battery right there. Now, if I recall, the instructions on this microscope said it would go to like 1500 times magnification. Now at that level, I should be able to go in the garden and dig around in a pond or something, or a puddle. I don't have a pond in my manor. But at that resolution, we should be able to see amoebes and doodads and squiggly gwigglies and spirochetes. But look at that. We're at the surface of the battery. And the thing that's going to fascinate you, that's going to really blow your mind, dun dun dun, is that there is zillions upon zillions of creatures that exist in that microcosm. There's so much life there that it's fascinating. Look at that. And that we're looking at the tiniest thing on that battery. Now, I just want to just give you this context. This is the context, right? So I've just drawn a very fine line on the desk, if I can find it. Look, that's pen. Yeah, that's a bit of biro. Yeah, looks like biro. When you zoom in on it, It is insanely weird. It looks like you can see that it's actually oil and it's still wet-ish. Look at that, eh? What? So yeah, I'm glad I subjected you now to this unsolicited bit of microscopy. So there you go. So if there's anything around the back of this you want me to have a look at... Oh, not pulling out the USB. Oh, it's this end. Not going to fix that. That's it. Deleted forever. Right, guys. I don't know. Oh, a modded Wi-Fi modem. Actually, I do. I was looking at that today. It is behind the magic curtain, literally. There, you can see it. Behind the mysterious green curtain. I don't know. Do you really want one of those? Does it make much sense to put the Wi-Fi modem in the box? We'll do it. Okay. Right. Is it bedtime? Lee, is that coffee made, Lee? I'm going to be banging on that door. Give me my coffee. In my onesie. I'm going to literally run down the road in this with the whole hood. And I've got to be a bit careful wearing this around here because you've got all those shotgun toting farmer types and they will be more than keen to blow my... I don't know, what is this animal? Hang on. It's not a bloody zebra, is it? That's not a zebra's face. I think I'm like a snow leopard or something. Maybe it just doesn't exist. Anyway, you can buy any batteries FBA on Amazon, and they're fake. What, Sam? What does FBA mean? What does FBA? You don't get White Tiger, do you? Oh yeah, I think one of those you do get them. Didn't they maul those two, like Siegfried and Roy got mashed by one of these? White Tiger. That's what you can call me now. That'll be my avatar name, the White Tiger. Just let me know. How do I know I'm buying proper Eniloops then? Do I have to buy them from Panasonic directly? So if it's recommended by Amazon, like this one, you'll tell me there's no guarantee it's a legit product. It literally can use the power of the sun in a factory that charges it up. It's just so amazing. Look at that. Look at the graph. It's got graphs on it. 28% plus or minus. Hang on. What the freaking hell does this mean? Look at this. Look at that. They're literally saying it's plus or minus 28. So it could be actually 28% worse than the original Eneloop. That's what that means. That's science. The Pro could be a con. Because the Pro can be 28% better or 28% worse, whereas the original is always 100% of what it is. One battery equals 500 recharges. That's what I'm getting from here. Yeah, you're right, Yuri. You could go to Maplin and probably pick these up, couldn't you? And it's likely they weren't a fake. Hopefully. Roll the dice. Nigel, what are we going to have to build to test these now? Oh, bloody hell. See, I told you it's a rabbit hole. I just can't buy... I just wanted to buy batteries. Now we've got to buy something that actually just tests it properly and just discharges the whole battery through a load and actually just measure the capacity. Battery. And then I will know. So then I can buy like a few and then buy way more. Here you go. 10 quid. What? Yes. 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 1,000 times yes. This is happening. We're going to be making some of these. Now, do we want to go for the 10.98 or £7.60? What are we getting? Really, Sam? That is amazing. So basically, you need to get it with Amazon on it. How do you know which one where it says Amazon? I'm just seeing here, trying to look here on this particular listing as an example. Where does it say who's selling it? It says by Panasonic. Surely that is all you need to know. It's actually literally from Panasonic. Buy it from that site. But anyway, I'm way past that. Regardless now of the lineage of the battery and knowing that it's going to be from the manufacturer, I want to know still if they're giving me that 28% more or not. And the fact that I can find a kit. This isn't even a kit, is it? This is an actual device for £10. Fully made. Slightly less attractive, to be fair, once they're fully made, but fully made. Oh, Costado, if you use Prime, is that they're all sold by Amazon? Is that really true? I think you can get stuff on Prime that isn't, right? It's just fulfilled by Amazon. I'm sure of it. I don't know, though. Panasonic batteries, that's what you want. I remember I had a phone that was made by Panasonic. I wonder if Big Clive, he should make his own one of these, or Julian, innit? That's another thing, by the way. People ask me, there's a few bits and bobs on the Back of His Show website, and they ask me, can they buy, instead of paying the full price, can I send them the parts as a kit for less? And I say, well, if I'm going to send you the parts as a kit, I'm definitely going to charge you way more. Absolutely way more. It's reverse economics. If you're doing a one-off kit from the UK for somebody, it's literally you're charging double, I would say, at least. To sit and cut all those different components out, put them in little bags, write down what they are, because of the values of the surface mount, ain't happening. I would rather just you buy the full thing, hot air blast it, bang it on your desk, let all the parts fall off and reassemble it. Oh, so Prime just means it's in stock with Amazon, yeah? Sitting on the shelf, literally. FBA. So Big Clive bought one, Nigel. I'll have to check it out, see where he's got up to on those things. I find the retro gaming club, the retro gaming scene seems to be a lot more communicative behind the scenes than the electronics or fixing. Fixing's a bit. There are a few more of us who are fixing, but messing around electronics is a bit. It's a clique I'm not in, I'm afraid. Oh, Pink Mouse, are you saying they were like rebranded Any-Loops? That would be cool to know if they really are pre-branded Any-Loops, because I could just go in and buy a pack of those. Electronic kit. I think I want to get a traffic light kit. That's totally weak. Weak, dude. Maybe it'd be nice if you had a model railway, though. You'd probably buy it for a model light chaser. No. I've actually got this continuity probe kit from Mitch Electronics. So Mitch Electronics, to be fair, on their kits are actually really good price, and they're all like sourced from the UK. I don't know if they're like literally designed. Look, it says designed and manufactured in the UK, but they're actually pretty much the same price as you buy from China, so it's pretty insane, to be honest with you. I think I've got another one of these Tesla coiled kits totally unopened. I've always got disappointing results from them. Neil, we're playing eBay. Battery buying simulator. And to be honest, we're losing. We're losing hard at it. We were playing some real games earlier, but to be honest with you, the crew got me on any loops, and I kind of wanted to go to bed an hour ago, but now I'm just, that's it, up all night looking at crap. And I don't know if you do this. I'll sit and put all of this stuff in a basket. You know, like I go, oh yeah, I need one of these pulse width modulator, add it to basket, add it to basket, and I'll fill the basket, and it'll be like, you've got £50 worth of kits, and then at the end of the night I go, yeah, empty basket, and walk off. I used to do that. I used to do that on Amazon with books, when Amazon used to be books and tapes. Do you remember that? Bookshop. Chemo. Foghorn generator. Yeah. SP1, SP2. Is that 2 speaker outputs? No. Just a standard output. Spending all that sweet, sweet patron cash. To be honest, Costado, after I buy myself a new Bic pen or a couple of post-it notes, there's not much of that patron money left. Not a big channel. No way, Neil. That is by far one of the most useful things. So you're saying you leave stuff in the basket but you don't buy it, so it looks like you're not interested. They will send you sweeteners in the email to get you to pick it up. Nibble at the breadcrumbs. I like that. That's a good idea. So Nigel remembers when Amazon just did books. Neil, I just realised it's nearly 11 o'clock. Why are you awake? You're an early to bed kind of guy. Okay, look at this. Right. Do you think this works now? They've got a bunch of diodes. And I'm guessing the idea is they're going to pick up the RF frequencies. And it'll flash that LED. Do you remember how we used to have those things which would go dit, 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 when your phone would do that? I don't think these phones do that anymore. They don't work at those frequencies, but maybe. Who knows? So Neil, you're watching me in bed. Like most people. Because they're sensible at this time of the bloody night. I was in bed, obviously, watching Lost in Space Season 2. But I got the urge. The urge to splurge cash. Right, so we're going to buy something with patron money. I reckon... The problem is, guys, by the way, Costado, Neil, other patrons, the making stuff is good, like this. You know, playing with that, learning how to solder. See you soon, Andy. But... people are loving the computer content now. The closer I could emulate Neil, perhaps the more people would watch me. So I need to maybe don some marigolds. Start. Neil, thank you very much. That £2 entitles you to a special private camera session later in the I will unzip the onesie. So yeah, there's a balance. There's a balance between the soldering. I think people quite like the 8-Bit Guy channel, and he does very little soldering, in fact. And he does solder with a very cold iron. That's not a good thing. I like that. That's like a tech insult. You solder with a cold iron. Danny Dyer. Techmoan did that watch. Techmoan, how dare he? Are you saying he is now it's not enough doing the Walkman and doing the thing? Now he's barging in. He's barging in on the soldering game. No, Techmoan, no. Otherwise, I'm going to have to start doing Techmoan stuff. So I'll be like, look at this little gadget here. This is the Lexibook Universal Translator, and it's a nice plastic, and it does several languages. Let's try that, shall we? I don't know if that's my impression, and it's a bloody good one. I think you'll find that's the most accurate Techmoan impression actually on YouTube, and Libra. So yes, your little pickle has not polished your head. Oh dear. Electron Ash, what? You don't think you're on the list of patrons on the videos? Are you really? No way. What? Dum. I'm rolling up my Patreon sleeve now. Are you sure it might not be your real name? Could it be your real name? Or are you? No, you're on there. Are you making me? It's seriously making me look to see if you're on there. You're not on there. You're not on there, are ya? I'm looking at another screen, by the way. What is your name? You're not in the E's. I've got Egil Stalland, Erwin Bierhoff, and the Game Whisperer. Are you pulling my plonker? No, there's not. Hang on, wait, Ash. DM me your name. DM me your real name. I'm looking literally right now in the Patreon relationship manager. It's on my other monitor. I promise you. I swear. I literally updated that list and I counted every single patron that was on the list and every single patron that was going zip, and it was the same number. The math correlated. But I'm more than happy to sort that and then slag off friggin' Patreon again for just ruining my life. Are you sure? Check. Have a little checksy on your Patreon account. I don't know. I don't know what to say. And while I'm doing that, I'm not looking at the chat. So I'm going back to the chat. To make it up to Ash, put up his real name and address and phone number on the credits. That is a very good. Costado, you're definitely on there. But your real name is on there. No. There's not even a budget. There's nothing. I don't have tiers anymore. I got rid of it. Totally. I got rid of the whole tier thing. It's like literally, I don't believe in it because I don't believe. Okay, I patron other people, right, and I have unpatroned some as well because the problem is, I don't know. I didn't feel value from the tiers. I feel like I'm just getting spammed videos that I'm going to watch earlier, and I don't mind watching them with the ads. Do you see what I mean? I'll watch the video on YouTube, even if you're putting it a week early, a month early, a decade early. So I don't know. So I felt that I wasn't doing those things, so I got rid of the tiers. Tears for fears. But then, to be fair to patrons, I think every now and then I think I am reasonably generous. I do send out T-shirts and stuff, and if there's a meetup, I'll give you something. You know, I'll help you out. So Electron Ashley is a patron to Neil, Technology Connections, Techmo, Ralph, EV Blog, Dexter, Big Clive, MG. So other people, the better people. But look, you're patron to people who don't need it. Look, I don't think Technology Connections needs it, or EV Blog, Big Clive. I think Neil does. Got to put food on his plate. Costado, you want the mention. No, but I honestly, I did say this to somebody. It's like I'm happy to actually help people out, even in Discord anyway. That was the idea of the patron thing and I'll help you anyway, really. And the only difference is if you ask me to come around your house and fix your computer, I'm less likely to do it if you're not a patron. Ash, what you just said, yeah, it's totally true. And I unpatroned for the same reason, because some people, and there's other people I should unpatron, but I'm on good terms with them, and it's Patreon doesn't make it easy for you to unpatron, by the way. It makes you feel very guilty. But I'm literally like, hey guys, you're getting like 10 grand a month or something off Patreon, and I could do that fiver in my pocket. I love your channel. I'm gonna watch your ads. But when you got that many patrons, you're not getting that one-to-one relationship with them anyway. It doesn't feel like I'm closer to the creator and helping you out at that point. It's like you're doing all right. You be free, be free. I will definitely do that, Custado, if you promise me an Atari ST monitor will be waiting, a good one, clean, ready, that I can take back with me. That's fine. And you pay my Eurotunnel. Can you bake me a cake? I will definitely bake you a cake, Neil. I will bake you a lovely warm sponge cake, and it'll be chocolate sponge cake. So Ash was saying, especially when some of them used to show the amount they were getting, and a few were on at least $1,000 per month. That's more than I've ever earned in any job. Retro Box Moon is saying he's going to sit here and whistle. He wants some patrons. Go and patron the Retro Box Room. But send out warm t-shirts with notes asking for them to be washed and returned. It's not a treat. Sam, I think it is a treat. Washing my clothes is a treat because you get to keep the dirty water that the clothes were washed in. And if Gamer Girls can sell that, I think I'm entitled to give you that as a perk. Don't drink it. Pink Mouse says, well, I'm not a patron, but if you want my old ZX81 and you... Hells yeah! Hells yeah! You're saying you're going to give me an old ZX81 and I could do a soldering video on it and messing around with recapping it. I'll definitely do that. You know why? Because the first Sinclair product I bought was a ZX81 and I've not told anybody that. I keep it secret because I'm not a massive Spectrum fan and I'm not a massive ZX fan, but I did have one, and I'm going to describe it to you. It was a little black plastic thing that looked like a door wedge with a horrible little membraney keyboard, and it had a load of ports on the back that all looked the same, that you could plug everything into the wrong port and blow it up. It came with a keyboard that someone had made in a wooden box and a ribbon cable, and it came with a little printer that had a little springy thing in it and some grey paper that went... But I thought the springy thing looked broken, and I pulled it out and broke the printer. Also, I thought it was broken because when you typed on it, the screen would flash. So it is a terrible machine. But I would love to fix one. I'm always up for fixing something. No, Electron Ash, please bloody finish a project, will you? Please finish one. I will give you money to finish a project. I'll give you money to finish the project, and I'll buy the IP off you to continue to make it. And you can develop the software for it if you want. What does it take for somebody like me to help you finish a project? And you've got 23 people watching, listening to this. I'm literally offering to help you finish a project because I think some of these projects are very important and have to make it to the world. And I would, I know what... Oh, Retro Box Room, yes, about the monitor. I know you said that too. It's a bit of a joke. It's collecting them. Obviously, Custado lives probably even further away than you do. Actually, I don't think he does, but he's overseas. And travelling to get an ST monitor is always a bit crazy. But yeah, Electron Ash, think about it, please. Pink Mouse never had the printer. Oh dear. Electron Ash had a few ZX81, ZX80s, printers, and microdrives. All of them. Oh my gosh. There are 2 caps in the ZX81, so that's a big project. It's going to take me a while. Electron Ash, I know you've been lacking in motivation, but I'm telling you, what do you need? Solder paste and just get going. You actually squeegeed some. You need some solder paste. You need this. I think we need to do like a boot camp, a fixing and finishing project boot camp. And I'm going to set it up. It's going to be in the heart of England, and everybody will come. All the makers, all the best people will come there, and for a week, and we will do a conferencey type thing, like a big workshop. And in that, we're just going to smash out all the things that the industry needs. We're going to get those HDMI output things, signal converters, RAM packs, everything. We'll just do it all in one hit. Nigel, you've got one in Australia. You're in Australia. What? That's crazy. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. You're in Australia, mate. And that I know that accent isn't Australian. That is not. That is not Australian. Back office con. I'm going to do a con. Should we do that? I will do it. How far would you travel? How far would people travel for this? We're going to do the back office builder con. And we're going to do everything. We're going to have the laser printers, the 3D printers. We're going to have the reflow oven, microscopes, all the hot air stuff, oscilloscopes, soldering irons, rework stations, everything. I reckon that's a really good. Pink Mouse, are you in my Discord or something? I don't know how to PM you. I don't know how to PM you. How do I PM you? How do I PM you, bro? Let me know. Can you come and watch? Do you want to watch Susan's album party, or do you want to come to the con? Part of a con. It's all a con, Nigel. Pay up your fees for the con. It will just never happen. And I'm going to use that $50. That's the total sum of all the fees. $50. And buy myself a brand new Arduino with a diode on it. So yeah, Pink Mouse, I don't know how we get into contact. The only way I can think is that if you're on Discord. And you can come and speak to me on Discord. Conveniently, with this convenient link that I think I'm going to be allowed to thing. Can you do it via YouTube? I don't know. I don't know how you can do it via YouTube. Night all, Lee. I'll see you soon. Sorry about making that coffee and not having it. We'll do that. I'm definitely going to do some back office cake for Neil. As I said, it's going to be a deep chocolate. Yeah, I'm going to bake it. I'm baking the cake, and that's not a euphemism. Right, so Pink Mouse, you're not allowed to leave. We need someone tell me, how do I figure out Pink Mouse's thing? So I can do something. I believe there are some tricks. There's Pink Mouse. There's Pink Mouse. Pink Mouse. Pink Mouse. Right, so what I can do, Pink Mouse, you got a channel. I might be able to contact you on your channel somehow. Pinkmouse.net. Pink. Am I doxing you? I don't think I am, by the way. Am I? Maybe I am. Sorry. Pink Mouse, I don't mean to dox you, but I am. About me. Pink Mouse, you're doing some good stuff. I need me some of this stuff, actually. Where are you based? Are you in the UK? Please be in the UK. Please be in the UK. Contact me. Here's my name. Oh, is that a mobile number? Oh, my word. Can I call you, Pink Mouse? I could call you right now. I'll call you. It's a bit late, though, to call you, Pink Mouse. Pink Mouse, Pink Mouse. 898507. Pink Mouse, is this your number? Am I going to get in trouble if I call it? Is someone going to answer and it's not you? It's like someone in your office. Are you? It might not be the same Pink Mouse. I'm really scared now. So I don't know. What do you think? Oh, text. I could text. I don't know. I think everybody wants to hear your voice. Although, yeah, I established that you're... maybe you're at home with your family and you don't want them. So I'm going to say send a message. And I'm going to... Are you? Don't put my phone number up. I'm going to text you, but don't put my bloody phone number up. Okay. Hello, Pink Mouse. Imagine I got the number wrong. Oh, my wife would wonder what this is. Hi, Pink Mouse. Hi, Pink Mouse. Hello, Pink Mouse. Have you got what I want? Yeah. Just give me your address and I'll come and give it to you. Hit the green button. Sam says, well, that's Neil up all night with excitement and anticipation as you rise, Dr. A. Sorry, if oh, it's all about my soggy bottom of my cake. I tell you what, I did. We went on a retreat not so long ago. I'll fire you over the address, by the way. And we did a bake-off. And everybody who went to this, it was like an exercise retreat. I don't know, there was like 8 of us or something. We did a Great British Bake Off, and I can't remember what I baked it. But if you're on Facebook and one of my Facebook friends, and I'm sorry that excludes most people because I'm not accepting people on YouTube as friends yet. I'm trying to make a new account that's public and private. But you might have seen my offerings, so that probably excludes nearly everybody in the chat. I'm sending you my address. If I can remember it. It's really weird. It's like the autocorrect actually is putting in the address. Here we are. Boom! You got it. You got it, Pink Mouse. The Golden Child. Electronash. That's the movie with Eddie Murphy, isn't it? The Golden Child. There's a bit in that where he's supposed to be carrying some water across some things, but I've definitely seen him spill it in the movie. Even in the movie, he spilt it, and that means he failed the challenge. So I don't know why the Guardian or whatever didn't see that and punish him appropriately. Oh, you go to the Towsy Festival? Well, come and bring it. Bring it with you, and then come and pop in and see Lee on the way, and we'll all have a right boozy beat up. You know who else is here? Neil knows him. I don't know his surname. It's Mark. Mark with a C. I think he's definitely around here. He's near. He might be Oakley or something. And I think he's got my solder sucker, Neil. I think he's doing a lot of solder sucker. Oh, didn't he hold the liquid in his gob at the end? Maybe. That could have been it. Anyway. Mark loves a car booty. Yeah. And Mark, yeah, I've met him at the car booty. So we've got a big booty here. And on some days in the summer, the booty, because there's like bank holidays and whatnot, you get a booty day followed by another booty day. It's like all the booty for both days. Oh, are you unpatreoning someone, Electron, and switching to patron me for like £1 a month? So I'm not even sure it's worth £1 for me to put the name in the list, but I do it anyway. Actually, £1. If you look at it now, look at these kits on the screen. Just £3. You could do that like a charity thing. Just £3 could buy a struggling YouTube channel. A voice sound light operate switch control delay relay project electronic DIY kit to help support. Maybe. Maybe. You get dividends, I can tell you. Patron me and I'll like give you like money to finish an HDMI project or something. Right. I think I've got this and I don't think it worked very well. I think I've got all of them. I've literally gone through. I'm going to show you my bag of kits at some point where it's just a huge, massive, massive bag of all of these. And they're made. I don't know what to do, by the way. If you've got made electronic kits, right, you know making them's the fun and you're never going to use them. What should you do with them? Because I'm not sure. You can't really donate them because it's not useful to somebody to have a pre-made electronic kit. Unless they can maybe find a use for what the kit is. But normally these out of a box, you don't have anything. Like, look at this thing. Mitch Electronics doing it. Reaction game. So it says start and stop. And I don't know what reaction game does. Maybe it shows like a number in one of those 7 segments. And then the other 7 segment is like moving like a fruit machine. And you've got to hit stop. And that's it. But I don't think anybody's going to be too excited to receive that after I've put it together. It's a lot of parts though, isn't it? It's just all discrete stuff. For £3 a month, you can save a white tiger from not having enough electronic kits. That's it, from not having enough. Flip it on its head. For £3 a month, you will not be starving this white tiger. A music kit. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. How does that work? Is each key coupled to a different resistor? Probably. Becky, isn't it easier just to buy one? Like a Blink set? Or it's always easier to buy something, I suppose. And Electron Ash, I do apologise. I haven't got anywhere with this yet. Oops. I did install the software though, as you instructed me. So we do have the software. So technically we have some sort of a tool chain. Electronic body modification. Neil, are you offering? Yeah, you forgot. You didn't send it. I bought it. I bought it off eBay. I put it in here. I put in FPGA dev kit on eBay. And it was just there, looking at me for a $5 or something like. But you held my hand when I was looking for software and told me what versions of Intel's whatnot to install and all of that. So it's all installed. I picked some devices that do that. That do work. Do that in work. Sam says. Borg. Yeah, you'd have to be like a Borg, wouldn't you? ZX Renew with the lovely ZX Spectrum stuff. Bionic nipples. Neil. No. You didn't even have a BBC Micro, and now you want to be the Micro Man. It's not happening. It's game on. Bring it. Bit of Retro Bright isn't going to save you. We're going to get down and dirty with that tube interface. We're going to twiddle the user port. And by the way, oh my gosh, you might have seen that's what this writing was on this piece of paper because I reverse engineered an SD card interface for the BBC computers, and it's literally emulating a SPI bus, as in proper SPI bus. It's using a 35-year-old piece of hardware to emulate a pretty modern standard bus. You can interface a BBC Micro to SPI. Is there anything that those bloody Acorn engineers didn't envision happening in the future? Because they have done a bloody good job of it. I tell you what. There was a comment, by the way, on one of my videos where someone was saying about, the Pi interface that I was showing, and they were going, the Pi's got so much more horsepower than the system, it's just wrong. And I was going, no, it's not like those stupid emulated cards, where you put on an Amiga or something, you put a Blizzard and all of that, where you're just totally upgrading it. You're using that tube interface as it was designed to be used. That's the beauty of it. And not only that, the Pi's an ARM, so it's also kind of designed by the same Acorn guys. But can you imagine that? You're using that hardware exactly as it was designed to be used. You're not like bastardizing it. You are interfacing it, and it's interfacing to processors and co-processors exactly as it's designed, and giving it that massive boost even with current technology, because Acorn bloody did it properly. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I think you'll all agree. YouTube says there's only 3 people watching now, so I guess that's it anyway. It's just, after that rant, all that's left is Electron Ash. Oh dear. Why do you think it's weird, Electron Ash? It's amazing. I mean, it's just literally that Pi tube, and it's like a 1 meg interface, isn't it? It's not even like a massively fast one, but it's just doing the job. Yeah, it's really weird. On mine it says 0 watching. Custado, I tell you what, a BBC Micro is going to blow your mind. It's beautiful. It's really designed like a proper computer. You know, like an Apple. It's probably our British Apple II. Um, you could clearly see these people worked in the industry, and they were like trying to. They were What they were doing is reducing down like the technology that was available at the time, the best technology, into a format that was kind of affordable. Whereas Sinclair was going the other end. He was going bottom up, where you're just going to create kind of a new thing based off components that you found swept up off a floor. Two different approaches, really. But it's like saying the Commodore 64 is a real computer. Well, yeah, it sort of is. But you can't compare the I/O and the capabilities of it to something like a Beeb. I mean, that really is a real computer because it's designed to connect to the real world, do real world things. Yeah. Anyway, so I'll be your human turtle logo. How does that work? Do I have to paint myself green and just drape myself on your chest? Is that the technique? I don't know. I don't think it's over-engineered. I think it's just... It's like saying... you know, like lots of things... you know, is a good quality car over-engineered? Not really. It lasts longer. It's better in some respects. It might not be as cheap, but it will last longer and do things. And I tell you what, I bet there are a hell of a lot of more BBC Micros that have just continued to survive than Spectrums. And the weird thing, BBC Micros, I've had, the power supply, there's two caps that blow in that cost like 10p to fix. There's nothing really that goes wrong in them. But even after the caps go, they often just continue to work. It's like a smoothing cap's blown out. But okay, whatever. Let's just trundle on now. That's fine. Gaming Muso, wow, you're late to the party, but welcome anyway. I think we're like nearly 2 hours in. Yeah. So yeah. In conclusion, I have to be Neil's turtle, but Becky will do it. Becky's going to be your turtle, Neil. So I think we're sorted. That's all arranged now. So you went to a poor primary school, so never played with... Oh, Electron Ash, you... I'm gonna sound all... You bastard! You bastard! Now I have to add you to the list! Alright, let's do it now. Let's do it now. Let's do it now. My patron slider. Let's do it now. Right. Oh, hang on. Where do we go? Where do we go? It's disappeared. We're going to do it in Vegas 14 today for fun. No, we're going to edit the list. This is a very weird. Electron Ash. Now, does EL A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. So you're going to be here. Is Electron Ash one word? I kind of think it is. D, 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 D. Mr. Cool. There. I think we're... Come on, I love that. Diode Appreciation Club. I'm not going to even have a look to see what was the tier of Diode Appreciation Club. I think it's like 50p a month. So which two patrons are going to be missing that 25p each? Look, the question is, will they notice you from their list? I'm like, I have a deep connection to each patron now. It's like I do notice them. There's not that many on my list, and it's like, no, you're leaving me. Whereas, yeah, if you're there with your 2,000 patrons making like $8,000 a month, it's like, it's just normal attrition. It's ebbs and flows for them. It's factored in. They've hedged it. But you saw it there. Fact that I have added you, but you're not going to be in the next 2 videos, I want to say, because I've already edited them. The bullets are already in the barrel. Hang on, that sounds dangerous. Don't put more than one bullet in a barrel. The bullets are already in the magazine. They're in the revolver. So I can't change those. But you will be, after then, on that list. And I'm going to notice you if you leave. If you ever leave me, there's going to be repercussions. And they ain't going to be pretty. Yeah, you're the Robin Hood of Patreon. Shotgun, shotgun, shotgun. 2 barrels though. Still, same thing applied though. Just 1 in each. To be honest with you, if you're getting a bullet in a shotgun cartridge, actually just put as many as you like. It's not really going to do a problem, is it? Because they're just going to fall out the end. It's a shell, is it? Cartridge, not a shell. That's a tank. That's a cannon weapon. Right. Eventually. So my chicken's not raw says, Mum brought my childhood Amstrad CPC 464 over for this Christmas. Going to have a look in the morning as some of the keys have stopped working. Any tips on repairing an old membrane? Well, if it is a membrane, you are going to be shafted. That's my clinical diagnosis. However, I would just go through the motions of maybe pulling a key cap, cleaning it with a bit of contact cleaner and just working it. Because sometimes just working that keyboard, you get a sticky key doesn't work, just work it. They start working again. And Electron Ash is jealous of people who have their original retro machines. I have my original TRS 80 and my original BBC Micro over there. But I don't have my original Atari ST, and that is my biggest regret in life. I kind of wish also I had the PCs like the Compact Desk Pro and the IBM XT and AT, because they would be really great to have. I miss that sound where it goes, beep, beep. Although the Amstrad PPCs, they kind of do that startup cycle, so it's not like totally lost. Oh my gosh. I would love a classic PC Custado, but the parts are so hard to find now. I mean, I found a part that looks like an old part, and it's like a 3D FX Voodoo 2 card. And even that was kind of new at the time. I mean, even like when you're rocking a Matrox Mystique, a Voodoo 2 is interesting, but you kind of want an S3 Verge. You want even older cards than that, which is just like a CGA graphics adapter, a Tandy graphics adapter, and you just can't find those. They just don't exist. I mean, okay, are we on eBay? We're on the eBay. We's on the eBay. I don't know. What do you type in? Look, IBM. Okay, I know. Compact Desk Pro. We had a Compact Desk Pro. I would love one. We had a Compact Portable 2. A Compact Portable 2 or a Compact Desk Pro would definitely. And these are not. These are not original Desk Pros. It's the Desk Pro there. Oh my god! I remember the books. We might still have the books. Ah, I love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Right. Oh, man. Electron Ash. Yeah, I remember when IBM PS2s were worth nothing, but I would love a PS2 now. I would absolutely love you. Love you, PS2. What if you just type in retro computer? And I have to remember, I should be logged into eBay because Neil's going to be jumping on this if I see something and he's going to go, yeah, I'm having that. Yeah, 169 for a refurbished ST, bit on the expensive side, but then STs are getting expensive now as well. Everything's getting dear. Yeah, I think of the A1200 I had. I wish I kind of kept that. Paid nothing for it. Spent a lot of money on it. Got rid of it. Oh, I've got a couple of these now. I love these. Oh, this one's got the case. These are actually quite nice. If you can find one of these, by the way, anyone searching, these with a hard disk are rare as hell. They're like hen's teeth because the standard one doesn't have the hard disk controller. If you can find one with a hard disk in it, you've got gold, my friend. An Amstrad PPC 640 with hard disk. People don't know they have them. They're just chucking them out as if they're worth nothing, but they're worth something, so don't do that. MSX2, 500 quid. Custado will get me one for that for way much cheaper. Way cheaper. Um, oh my word! Don't see many of those Apple IIcs. It's kind of that needs the Neil treatment to see if you can retro bright it back to grey. I'm not sure you can. Oh, that shitty mouse! My God, I remember the Apple Classics and the SE30s were using that horrible mouse. Really hard to find, by the way, if you're in the 90s and you needed one of those mice. They're almost impossible to get hold of. You didn't have the internet. 170 quid for Electrons are expensive. Win some hacks. Electrons, you can't get them. They're just expensive now. What? Are they on drugs? Pink Mouse. Don't show this to Pink Mouse. That is mental. You would have to be off your rocker. You would have to be off your damn rocker to pay that for it. Well, okay. That's kind of interesting. A 166 Pentium. Still a little bit fast, but relatively retro, I think. Just 100 quid though. Oh, I do like this. This is a dangerous late night buy-in. That's the worst time to be buying. Try laptops. I'll just go to laptops in a moment. We're almost at the bottom of this. What's a cheater? Super Plus. Spares or repair. Faulty. Is ticking all the boxes. It's like the screen looks like it's built in. Oh my. Oh my. What is that thing? A cheater Super Plus. Ooh, there's some similar things here. I like this. You see that Apple Newton eMate? Does it not look very similar to my Alpha Smart? Do you want me to read a story? Can I read you a story? Where was I? I've been writing a novel for on my Discord. I want to see if it's still on here. How do I page up? It's all here. So just to show you, it's basically like a word processor, so you can write all of your stuff, and then you can plug it into your PC into here, just on a USB connection, and if you push a button, it will upload your story. Now, unfortunately, my story, I'm in chapter 2. I'm really... Oh, no, hang on. Oh, there's badges. Oh, hang on. I wrote something here. What the hell was I writing? I'm literally going to read this. This is the reason why there are so few badgers in space. They are relatively uncommon because they tend to be quite intolerant of the lack of atmosphere. So I was obviously writing something on that. Possibly on mind-altering substances. I'm really disappointed, though, that I don't have my sci-fi novel. But I can just continue where I got up to. I just the software was not advanced enough to extract those visual cues that was useful in decision making. The graffiti on the rusty hull, the obvious signs of battle damage, the telltale marks of a hastily docked pod running in stealth, waiting to ambush you. No, wireframe was good. Anne had learnt to trust her eyes. She put her jets into retrograde thrust to slow down, her deceleration so rapid and so calculated it was the equivalent of a small explosion in front of her. Reaching out, she grabbed the ubiquitous rail that was commonplace on ship cannula, some things that could never be bettered by technology. It was reassuring. She searched around in vain for a control panel. Activating a close beam general radio handshake to the Krell ship control computer immediately opened the port. Once inside, the outer hull door closed and the lock immediately began to pressurize. Her suit was monitoring the external mixture of gases, and once it had decided they were safe enough for her to breathe, she began to unlatch herself in response of her authorization. There we go. I'm not gonna continue to read it. It's quite long, and that's again second part. But there you go. Someone can write. Okay, let's do retro. If anyone is interested in hearing the entirety of my little novella, I'm going to continue to write it. But I don't know what's the medium for publishing it in sections. There's no podcast equivalent. Let me know. 50 Shades of PLA. No, these aren't retro, really. We want something that will be a 386. 386. It's just gibberish, says Becky. It's sci-fi, Becky. You know not of what you speak. Huh. This is cheap. 20 notes. But it's a Pentium. It's a bit fast. But you could easily fix that thing up. Did they even have 386? You'd want a compact portable 2. So we'd have to put in... Okay, let's go for like actually the compact port. What? This was the one. This is what we had. We had this computer. I remember it. Oh my word, it's got German BIOS in it. Look at that. It's got 2. It doesn't have the 5 1/4 in. I don't remember being that deep. This has been modded. Look, it's got a CF reader. It's got everything. I love this format. I reckon they should continue to make this for workstations. I want a luggable deck. Listen to folk in Scotland. Whoa. Oh, there's too much good stuff here. I think we're on to something. A finger of fudge is just enough to give your kids a treat. So much here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Look at that. Wouldn't it be cool to buy it only to find it was your one? I mean, that must never happen, but it would be amazing if it did. What's this for 40 quid? Oh, Windows CE. Get out of here. See, you'd be hard pressed to find like things like this, like the BIOS setup floppies, and without them you'd be stuffed. So that's amazing that's got them. So that was such a good screen. That was a gas plasma screen as well. It's not like the crap you used to get the LCDs. That was a really good screen. My word. Husky Hunter, those are cool. Oh my gosh. Neil! Husky Hunter, you need it. My word. So in case you don't know, Huskies were like literally these are like the military computers. That's what they used. Tandy one. This is a rebadge or something, isn't it? Is this a rebadge of the Z88? Does it say what CPU is in it? I do believe that's a rebadge Z88. Oh yeah. Anyway, let's stop doing this. I'm going to start going to bed. So yeah. So basically, if you are you're going to be busy tomorrow, it's New Year's Eve, so have a wonderful New Year. Don't overeat too many mince pies and things, or just do because it's the last opportunity to it. And yeah, please say hi in my Discord or just ping me in any way you want. Thank you for sharing this evening with me. Good night.